Welcome to Lecture 3.3, Derivatives of Trigonometric Functions, Part 1. We will divide this lecture into two parts. The first part would be for the evaluation of limits involving trigonometric functions and expressions. We call from high school mathematics a trigonometric function in the variable x or any variable is any or any algebraic combination of the six trigonometric or circular functions which relate the sides of a right triangle. Recall the six circular functions. We have the sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant. All of these functions relate the sides of the triangle with respect to the variable theta. The theta here is the angle, which is measured in radians. These functions are used to get the ratio of the sides of the right triangle using the angle. For example, sine of theta, cosine of theta, tangent of theta. So whichever is written here inside the operator, we are getting the sign of it. Meaning to say, there will be no sense if this function doesn't have anything inside. For example, you just write sin plus cos. Walang sense ito kasi walang laman yung ating trigonometric function. So, dapat mayroong laman yan dito sa loob, since it is a function. These are the graphs of the six circular functions where x is in radians. So you have the y is equal sine x, cosine x, tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant. As you can see, sine and cosine have a similar graph, tangent and cotangent also, and secant and cosecant. For easier reference also, we have here the trigonometric identities. We have the ratio identities, wherein tangent theta is equal to sine over cosine, cotangent is equal to cosine over sine. For the reciprocal identities, cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent, secant is the reciprocal of cosine, and cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. And also, tangent theta is equal to the reciprocal of cotangent theta, and then it follows the same for secant and cosecant. We have the Pythagorean identities. This is obtained from the unit circle. Cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta is equal to 1. And then when we divide both sides of the equation by cosine squared theta, we will get the second identity. 1 plus tangent squared theta is equal to secant squared theta. And then if we divide both sides of the equation by sine squared theta, we will get the third Pythagorean identity. Next, we have the negative argument identities and the sum and difference identities. In this video lecture, we will focus first on limits involving trigonometric functions. Consider the expression sine x over x. If we want to get the limit of sine x over x as x approaches 0, by direct substitution, it yields 0 over 0, an indeterminate form. However, we may find a solution in finding this limit as it may exist. Graphically, it can be seen that as x approaches 0, sine x over x actually approaches 1, both from either direction. So this is 1. Okay, from either direction, sine x over x approaches 1, the y value, as x approaches 0, both from the left and from the right. Now, we are going to find a solution or technique in finding this limit. Let's have the following theorem, the squeeze theorem. Let f of x, g of x, and h of x be defined on some interval a to b containing x is equal to c, except possibly at x is equal to c, such that g of x is greater than or equal to f of x, but less than or equal to h of x, for all x in the open interval a to b except c. If the limit of f of x as x approaches c and the limit of h of x as x approaches c exist and are both equal to L, which is a real number, then the limit of g of x is equal to L as well as x approaches c. So, ibig sabihin, sinasandwich natin yung g of x. It is in between f of x and h of x. Alright, for our first example, use the squeeze theorem to prove that the limit of sine x over x as x approaches 0 is equal to 1. For this proof, we are going to use geometry. Okay, suppose that we have here a right triangle on the unit circle. So this one is a unit circle whose radius is equal to 1. Okay, let us draw a right triangle here. All right. Next, let us draw a chord here. Okay. Next, let us label the points. This point, and then here, and then here. Let us label them. So we have the origin, and then let's say this is C, this is A, and then this is B. Figure, we have 3 figures. So first we have the triangle AOB. Okay, can you see that? And then we have here the circular sector AOB as well. Okay, it looks like a pizza slice. And then finally, we have the right triangle AOC. But we have here the area of triangle AOB is less than the area of the sector AOB. And this is also less than the area of triangle AOC. The next thing that we're going to do is to get the area of them using the formulas from trigonometry. Okay, for the area of AOB, so that is an oblique triangle. So recall from trigo, if you have here an oblique triangle just like this one, when you say oblique triangle, it is not a right triangle. Okay, suppose that we have here 2 adjacent sides A and B and an included angle theta. The area of this is equal to 1/2 AB sine theta. Okay? So, we are going to write that here for the area of AOB. For the area of AOB, let us label this. OA is 1 and then OB is also 1 because this is from the unit circle. Those are radii of the unit circle. Okay, so that would be 1/2 times 1 times 1 and then times sine theta. Now, this is the theta. Next, from trigo also, suppose that this is the radius and then this is theta. The area of the circular sector is equal to 1/2 r squared theta. So the r here is positive 1 because this is inside the unit circle. So we have 1/2, 1 squared, and then theta. And then finally, this is less than the area of the right triangle AOC. For any right triangle, suppose that this is your base and then this is your height. The area is equal to 1/2 base times height. So we have 1/2 base and then times height. The height is AC, the segment AC. We can now simplify the inequality because we have here the common factor 1/2 among the 3. So 1/2 here will be gone. We can cancel it out. So the remaining will be sine theta is less than theta. And then after that, theta is less than AC. We are going to find an expression that uses trigonometry for the segment or the side AC. Okay, what can we use for the side AC? So you have the theta, you have the base of the triangle, and then the missing is the AC. We can use tangent. Tangent theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. The opposite side is AC, and then the adjacent side is 1. So AC is equal to tangent theta. Okay, so we have sine theta is less than theta, and then in turn, theta is less than tangent theta. Next, we are interested to get sine x over x. Meaning to say, we are going to squeeze that in between two different functions. One is smaller and one is larger. So, we are going to build theta here para maging sine x over x. It needs to become sine x over x or sine theta over theta because we're using theta here. Now, how will we do that? We will divide all the sides of the inequality by sine theta. This becomes theta over sine theta is greater than 1 but less than tangent theta divided by sine theta, that would be cosine theta. Since we are interested to find sine x over x, we are going to take the reciprocal of the inequality. Okay, so we have 1 and then sine theta over theta and then 1 over cosine theta. Now, what will be the inequality symbol? It now becomes like this. Okay, next, since sine theta over theta is now in between 1 and 1 over cosine theta, it is being squeezed by it. We are now going to take the limit of the squeezing function. So we have the limit of 1 as theta approaches 0, and then the limit of 1 over cosine theta as theta approaches 0. Now, our goal is dapat parehas yung lalabas na limit dito. The limit of 1 as theta approaches 0 is equal to 1. And then the limit of 1 over cosine theta as theta approaches 0. So it becomes 1 over 1. So the limit is equal to 1 as well. So therefore, by the squeeze theorem, the limit of sine x over x as x approaches 0 is equal to positive 1. We will now use this special limit in solving our next examples. Example 2. Evaluate the limit of x plus sine x all over x as x approaches 0. If you will substitute 0 right away, we will get an undefined terms. This will be indeterminate. So since our denominator is single and we have a binomial on the numerator, we can distribute the denominator. So recall from elementary mathematics, 1 over c plus b over c is equal to a plus b all over c. Conversely, if we have here a plus b all over c, this is equal to a over c plus b over c, provided that c is not equal to 0. Okay. We are going to apply this property of fraction here. So this becomes the limit of x over x plus sine x over x as x approaches 0. Okay, we have here the limit. We can now distribute that. The limit of 1 plus the limit of sine x over x as x approaches 0 by example 1 and by the squeeze theorem, this is equal to positive 1. So the answer is 2. Example 3, evaluate the limit of sine squared 3x cosine x over x as x approaches 0. Okay, we have here a product on the numerator. So let's try to split them first. Take note that you are not going to substitute 0 right away because we will get 0 over 0 here. So we have here sine 3x over x times sine 3x and then times cosine x. So we have this product. Okay, take note that the special limit sine x over x as x approaches 0 only works when we have the same angle here and the denominator are the same. So this will work if, halimbawa, sine 4x, dapat sa ilalim 4x din para mag-work ito. Dito, on sine 3x over x, we only have x on the denominator. So we're going to multiply 3 over 3. Why is that? Para yung 3 na nasa ilalim mapupunta sa denominator ni sine 3x. So here we have the limit of, let us distribute the limit operator. So the limit of 3 sine 3x over 3x. The 3 here can be moved outside actually. And then times the limit of sine 3x as x approaches 0. And then times the limit of cosine x as x approaches 0. Okay, let us write the values of each. We have 3 times 1. Okay, using the special limit. And then we have here sine of 0. So that is 0. And then times the limit of cosine x. Cosine 0 is equal to positive 1. So the answer is 0. Example 4, evaluate the limit of tangent for a theta over 3 theta as theta approaches 0. Let a be an arbitrary constant, a positive integer. Okay, just like what we mentioned earlier, the special limit sine x over x will only work if the argument and the denominator are the same. For this example, we have tangent. So what are we going to do with tangent? When you substitute 0 to theta, tangent 0 is 0. Okay, so what are we going to do here is to use the ratio identity. Tangent for a theta is equal to sine for a theta over cosine for a theta. And then multiplied to the 1 over 3 theta. So we split them. Okay, because we are going to perform algebraic manipulation here on the sine for a theta. Okay, next, what are we going to do? For us to use the special limit, kailangan parehas yung for a theta pati yung nasa ilalim. So what are we going to do? We will multiply for a theta over for a theta to the entire expression. Take note that for a theta over for a theta is equal to 1. Okay, next. Pagsasamahin na natin yon. So we have sine for a theta over for a theta and then multiplied to, okay, this will cancel out. Okay, we have 4a over 3 here. And then we still have the 1 over cosine for a theta. Take note na wag nyo i-cancel to. Bale, wala yung ginawa natin kung i-cancel nyo yan. So, you do not cancel that. Okay, now, we are going to take the limit. This one is the special limit. This is equal to positive 1. Okay? So, we have here 1 times 4a over 3. And then times 1 over cosine 4 times A times 0. So cosine 0, that's positive 1. So the final answer is 4A over 3. Example 5, evaluate the limit of 1 minus cosine 4x all over x sine 4x as x approaches 0. If we substitute 0 directly, we will obtain an indeterminate form, 0 over 0. So what are we going to do here? So let's try to perform trigonometric manipulation. So here we will use a technique that is widely used in integral calculus. Papalabasin natin yung trigonometric identity na ito. Cosine squared theta is equal to 1 minus sine squared theta, which is equal to 1 plus sine theta times the quantity 1 minus sine theta. Also, sine squared theta is equal to this one. Using the difference of two squares in algebra, so this is the equivalent expression for that. Okay. What are we going to do? The numerator now becomes 1 minus cosine squared 4x. And then on the denominator, we have here x sine 4x times the quantity 1 plus cosine 4x. Okay. The numerator now becomes sine squared 4x and then divided by the denominator as x approaches 0. Magka-cancel na to, yung sine 4x and then another here. So the remaining term would be, we have the limit of sine 4x over x times the quantity 1 plus cosine 4x as x approaches 0. Okay, we will split the fraction. We have here sine 4x over x and then times 1 over 1 plus cosine 4x. We will perform manipulation here. So we multiply by 4 over 4. So it becomes like this so that we may use the special limit. Saan natin gagamitin yung special limit? Dito. Okay, so what will be the final answer? We have 4 times 1. Okay, the 1, this is that. And then for the 1 over 1 plus cosine 4x, that becomes 1/2. Because cosine 4 times 0, cosine 0, 1. 1 plus 1, 2. Okay, the final answer will be 4 divided by 2, positive 2. Next, evaluate the limit of cotangent 6ax over cosecant 5bx as x approaches 0. Okay, here we will use the trigonometric identities in solving this. By definition, cotangent is the ratio of cosine and sine. So that will be cosine 6ax over sine 6ax and then times 1 over cosecant, that is actually sine 5bx. Okay. What are we going to do? So we are going to perform manipulations as well. Take note that the limit of sine x over x as x approaches 0 is equal to 1. This is also the same as the limit of x over sine x as x approaches 0. Okay. So we split the factors. Maglalagay na tayo ng space dito para makakapag-multiply na tayo nung mga kailangan so that we can use the special limit. Okay. For the second one, we will multiply 6ax over 6ax And then for the third one, we have 5bx over 5bx. Okay, let us encircle kung ano yung mga magagamit. Magiging 1, eto, at saka eto. Using the special limit. Okay. So, evaluating the limit of cosine 6ax is 1. And then multiplied by 1. Okay, ayan yung special limit. And then may matira tayo ditong 1 over 6ax. And then we have positive 1. And then may natirang 5bx sa taas. Ito yung mga special limits natin. So let us emphasize. Okay, simplifying further, may mag-cancel tayo na x. The final answer is 5b over 6a. Next example, we have the limit of cosine of the quantity x raised to 4 minus 4 all over 1 minus x cubed plus x raised to 4 as x approaches positive infinity. Always remember that the one approaching infinity is x. Okay, so now what happens when the inside of cosine approaches infinity? So this is equal to the cosine of the limit of x raised to 4 minus 4 all over 1 minus x cubed plus x raised to 4. Now, what is the value of that? From the previous lecture on limits involving limits at infinity, so you just look at the coefficient of the highest powered variable in numerator and denominator. So the coefficient of that is 1 and 1. So just simply get the quotient of that. So it's positive 1. So the answer is cosine 1. You have reached the end of this discussion. You are highly encouraged to answer the exercises at the end of this video courseware.